Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. Just going to slide this a bit closer. Welcome. Today is Monday, November 30th. I cannot believe tomorrow is December 1st, but it is. So thank you for joining me. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ottawa, Canada. I come live Monday to Friday at 3 o'clock to share card inspiration and sometimes little gift packaging ideas. And I come live Sundays at 7 when the weekend doesn't interfere. Yesterday was just so beautiful out. I was out doing some Christmas decorating and then we were sitting by the fire. So there was no Facebook Live last night. But we definitely will be having them coming up. All right, a couple of announcements. Tomorrow is December 1st and it's starting my 12 days of Christmas. And I will be doing cute little Christmas projects and gift giving ideas and packaging ideas for the next 12 days. And also I'm announcing my December class, which is the Life is Beautiful class. It is going to be December 19th. And as my little gift to you, you will be receiving with your class the stamp set Life is Beautiful. The class cost is $40 in Canada, and you will need the stamp set to do the class because I couldn't let this catalog go away without everybody having this stamp set in your little stash. It is beautiful and so versatile. So that will be coming up December 19th. And here are some cards we did on my Facebook Live. So they will be similar to these ones. So there's one with, it's actually not snowflakes. Yeah, it is snowflakes. A winter one. A spring one. I love these little, I don't know what you call them, little circles. And the stamp set is designed so beautifully because when you stamp it, it already does it in different, like ombre, in different depths of color. So there's this one, there's another cute one. So the leaves you can do, here I've done them in green, and then you can also do the leaves in, oops, the fall colors. We probably won't be doing a fall one, but we will be doing some other ones. We'll probably do a winter and then something like that, and maybe a spring, a couple of spring ones. And they're beautiful because just a simple hello. Hi Cheryl. So this class, we won't be doing that one. This class is December 19th, $40, and you receive the stamp set free. And all the materials, obviously, to make the cards. So that's a good deal. That's my little December Christmas gift to you. Okay, so today we're going to be doing another gift card holder. The other day, last time I was here, we were playing with the one with the little coffee cups set, and I started on that and then I got sidetracked when I chose my paper. So we're doing a card, and then we're doing a little gift box that will hold one of these Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. I never used to buy these until I started making little boxes for them. They're very fun though. And cute to give as a little gift. They're perfect because they're all individually wrapped. It's all good. All right, that's going to be our second thing. So I am using the Home Together dies. Actually, the trees and the houses, I use both. And I'm actually using the Celebration Labels dies, and I'm actually using it for a little topper for our little bag. I've actually don't think I've used it for a topper before, which is exactly why I bought it. And this is the Coming Home stamp set. We're not using this today, but I saw some adorable cards made, and they were white heat embossed on soft suede to look like gingerbread. So cute. Hi, Monique and Barb. All right, let's get going. So this first card, we have a card base, just a thin one piece, and it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm hoping that's what it is. Yes, so it doesn't open, it's just a card base. Then we're going to use the beautiful Coming Home or Trimming the Town Designer Series paper. So this piece is longer than usual. It is 10 by 5¼ and it's scored at 2 and 6. And the reason it's longer is the other day when we made our card, we added a little piece inside. So I thought, why don't we just fold it over and use this as our little tab for our what do you call it? Gift card. That's what you call it. So I'm using, before I start, I'm using a 1.5 inch punch. I love this paper because it's so pretty on both sides. And I'm punching so that we can get the gift card out easily. Now I am going to use tear and tape here, just because I love tear and tape. So we're just going to fold this over. And I'm going to leave this open. You could put a little bit here, but I'm not going to. Now, I have my Take-A-Pick tool. I've switched my Picky tool to my Take-A-Pick tool because I realized the other one I use you can't get anymore and everyone asks me. So the Take-A-Pick tool is awesome because it's got this one on this side and then it's got this little spatula one, so you can just switch them. I actually bought another one because I have my little brush. Because when you buy this one, it's just the end part. There's my scoring blade, my die cut brush, and then this is the putty. I'm not going to take it out, but that's the putties that you can use as well. All right, so we're just going to fold this over, and your gift card will fit right in there. Now we're going to glue this onto our card back, and I'm just going to use regular Stamp and Seal. This paper is so cute, it's hard to know which side to use. So I'm going to do the card with the little houses on the outside, and I'll do the bag, the matching bag, with the snowflakes on the outside. Alright, so there's our card. Now I have inside, and I just had these on my desk, so I'm going to use them, from the Hippo and Friends dies. Both of these are from the Hippo and Friends dies, and I'm not going to pop them up because they're going inside the card. But I may later add a little tree or house. Okay. Layer that up. It's a very dreary day here in Ottawa, and it's the perfect day to be in your craft room. I think this is our typical November weather, although a little milder than usual. So I'm going to enjoy it. So this is from the Celebration Labels dies. It's the littlest one. And then for the bag, we're using the second biggest and the third biggest. So I could have put a colored one underneath, but I didn't want to cover up a whole bunch of the houses actually. But I am going to pop this up. We are also going to just use a word on here. So we're just going to create a little scene like you know I like to do. So I think I'll pop these up. Or not these, this. It's only one, it's a house. Now this house there's one sheet that the dies fit. This is not one of those sheets. It was a separate sheet. It's the big sheet that has the whole scene on it. So then we're going to add Joy. I think I better put this flat because I don't want Joy hanging off. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. And then we can decide if we want a tree or anything. I didn't think the tree looked good behind the Joy. I'm not sure about that. Hi, Diane and Phyllis. I kind of like it. Let's just add it. Don't overthink. So we're going to add the big tree first. And then our smaller tree. This one's Garden Green. This one's Pear Pizzazz. I like changing up the color because when you're out in the woods, the colors of the trees are all different. And let's use some of our edges. To put this together. It's a really quick and easy way to make a card. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I do have a little wreath to put on. And then of course we'll have to use Wink of Stella. So I did go ahead and before I die cut this, I used the adhesive sheet. I'm hoping I did. It's actually hard to tell if it's on there or not. So I'm hoping, yes. So once you get your little picky tool, it pulls off really easy and it saves you having to use the thin glue. Now I'm not going to put it on top of the house because the house is popped up. There. All right, now let's take our little wreath and we'll pop that up as well. Get some small dimensionals. And then we'll add some Wink of Stella. We put up some wreaths yesterday. No, I don't want it so it's off the house because that wouldn't be realistic. All right, now we'll get some Wink of Stella and then we'll add a couple of jewels. Maybe I'll add some to the trees as well. I just like putting Wink of Stella on everything. I really should have done it on the trees ahead of time. It really makes a difference. And then you could take the little yellow star that is from one of the embellishments and put it on top of the tree, but I'm not going to bother. I am going to add a couple of little rhinestones. So these are the holiday, are they the holiday? They're the red rhinestones, that's what they're called. These are the holiday ones, which are also pretty. And I like these because they have Pool Party, which is one of the coordinating colors. Joy. And you could get fancy and put little red balls on the trees, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, actually I was going to put something inside. So let's look inside and see what we want to put. So I have some other things I have cut out here. So maybe I'll just put this little red house and a little tree, or a big tree I should say. Yes. I'm just going to do it flat because this is the inside of the card, so I don't want it popped up, otherwise the card will close funny. So just a little bit of snail, and you also want to leave room for your message. All right, I like that. I could have put the blue house, but I think the red one pops up a little more. All right, and then your gift card would tuck in here. And I forgot to grab one. I think it's right here. This is the one we made yesterday. No, not yesterday. A cup of thanks with our little owl, and I fussy cut out his hands. So this was my inspiration. So there we go. And you could also tuck money if you give money for Christmas. You could tuck money in there as well. Is that crooked? A little bit. Oh well. So here's our card, our first card. Well, our only card, because we're doing a card and a bag. All right. Get this stuff out of the way. I'll save these because I may use them on my little bag. Who knows? All right, so for the bag, I'm using the same paper, but I think I'll do it so that the snowflakes are on the outside. So this piece is, I wrote down the measurements, but not in the proper order. It's 11 by 6 3/4. So I just cut off 1 inch, and then it's 6 3/4. And the reason I ended up with this size is this was the leftover piece. So I got my card and my bag out of one piece of paper. Okay, so That's important. And it's also important when you're doing your scoring to make sure that you're doing it with your houses the right side up. Okay, so we've scored it at, and one of my scores is wrong, so I just make sure I don't fold it there. We've scored it at 3 1/4, 5 1/4, 8 1/2, and 10 1/2. And then we've scored it this way at, I think we did it at 2. Yes. All right, so this is just a typical little box that we're going to put together. I was trying to figure out something that would fit the little cup, the little cake. I think this will be pretty good. I have one of these is wrong. That's why I'm being careful. I hope I did this right. Okay, what did I do wrong? I think that's the one I did wrong. So we've got our 2 1/4, our 2, yeah. So this one I shouldn't have scored. That's okay. Once it's up, you won't notice. Okay, I'll do it this way, it's easier to see. So here's our fold. So we're going to cut up at all our fold marks, and this little tiny one we're going to cut away. So then we go, and the easy way to remember is you need to have a 2-inch panel, then a 3 1/4, then a 2-inch, then a 3 1/4. So that one was wrong. So I am going to make it so the snowflakes are on the outside. See if I can get this right this time. 2 and then 3 1/4. All right, we're good. And take your bone folder, but gently, because it is cardstock, or it is designer series paper, not cardstock. So it tears a little easier. Okay. So the first one we're going to put tear and tape down this little piece. Remembering that we want it on the snowflake side because our box is going to go like that. We could use Stampin' Seal Plus, but I don't know. Sometimes I have trouble with that. So I'm just going to use tear and tape. And you put it near the fold. You think you should put it near the edge, but you don't. You put it near the fold. All right. Now I like to fold this up first, so get our picky tool again. Just take this off. Once you get under it, you can kind of slide it. And then when you fold that, this should fold over perfectly. And it does. Now, I like to make sure, see you have a seam, I like to make sure that's to the back. So that means these are going to fold in, this is going to fold in, and this is going to fold. And I can see it's not quite perfect because I didn't cut this one quite far enough. They're never perfect. Well, mine are never perfect anyways. So I'm just going to put tear and tape on here because what I'm putting in is not really heavy. If you want to, you can put it on different layers, but I think this should be good. You could put it on the other flap as well, but for a little Debbie cake, I think this will be perfect. So you just pull that off. And fold it and kind of square it up because it's not always square. All right, so I got my seam at the back. Now what you do is you just push it a little bit with your fingers. Just at the top though, don't go all the way down. See, I could have put some more. I'm going to stick a glue dot in there. Just because I don't like the look of it. So we pinch it with our fingers. Now I have, is that even big enough? Close enough. Misty Moonlight and Whisper White. So we have 2 layers here. You could go ahead and score them. I'm just going to fold them in half. This is actually the first time that I've actually used this for a tag topper. And I'm going to fold this one in half. Make sure you look and see there's one side that's nice with the stitching and the other side that's not nice. So just line it up. It's easy to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this one on, and then I'll glue this one to the back. So let's go ahead and just going to put snail. No, not snail. Seal. Fold it back over, just making sure it's centered. It is really pretty. Might have gone, the next one up would have been too big, I think. This one's like a smidgen small, but I can work with a smidgen. Okay, so let's go ahead. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the back and I'm gluing it to the back of my box. And I'm going to leave a little bit of space where the fold is so it has room to fold over. And I kind of have to look to do this. So I'm centering it as best I can. Leaving a little bit of room for the fold. All right. So cute. So let's make sure our cake fits in. I'm hoping it does. Yay! Oh, there's the UPS truck. I don't think it's Stampin' Up! Stuff today though. I ordered a new pair of winter boots. So the one thing nice about this box is you don't have to close it, squish it all the way. So it doesn't quite fit all the way for this little cake. So what I'm going to do, there's a bunch of ways you can close it. You could take a ribbon all the way around and tie it. What I'm going to try to do is tie it this way. Might not work though. No, I'm going to do it this way. I'm changing it as I'm going here. Ooh, look, right at the end. So I'm going to take my ribbon and tie a nice bow at the top. I picked red just so it'd give it a pop of color. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put my little house and stuff. So let's just go ahead and put my bow here, and then we can slide it up and down wherever we want. All right, so I'm just gonna take this off. I think that's the end of I'm out of red sheer ribbon, and I think this is the end of the other ribbon. I'll have to order some more. Which one was this? Satin. It's very pretty. All right, so I'm just gonna peel this off. Jeez. It's never easy when you're doing a Facebook Live. All right, that looks pretty. So I am gonna pull it up a little bit so it's more at the top of the gift. And then what I was going to do is put a little house and a little wreath. And I had another one of the little ones that says joy, but I might not put that. I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put dimensionals on either side. So I'm going to use a strip. Let's see how big it is. So then the ribbon can flow through when it's raised up. If you know what I mean. So then if we put this down here, then the ribbon is just tucked behind. And there are a lot of different ways you could design this. Before I stick this on, I might add a tree. Because if I do, I would want the tree kind of behind the house. Let's just lay that and see if we're going to like it. Okay, let's put it, I'm going to put it down and then add the trees. And now I'll add my wreath with a mini dimensional, and then we'll Wink of Stella it in a minute. All right, and for this tree, it's going to go flat. And then I might pop up the one in front. And we can go off the edge because it's not a card. So let's put that one. So the ones in the foreground would be bigger. Let's just put this one over here. And I'm going to pop this one up. Change my mind. There we go. Okay, let's take a Wink of Stella. And I'm going to do the trees. And I'm just going to leave that. I don't really like anywhere where the joy is because it already says joy on this card anyways. So I don't think we really need a whole bunch on here. All right, so let's get our things out of the way. No matter how big your workspace is, I seem to manage to fill it up. Do we need any? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Wink of Stella in all the windows. I think you will be able to notice. Yeah, you can. All right, so then we have a little card. So my idea when I started designing this was you can give a coupon for a coffee and then they can have their little cake. Hi, Teresa. So here's the card. So you might want to tack it down just a little bit because you notice it did slide out there. So if you put a little bit of tape or even a glue dot to hold it down a little bit more, that would be good. Then our room for our greeting. And so this all came from one piece of designer series paper. And then we have our little gift box with our Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes that are all individually wrapped, so they're perfect for COVID times. All right, that's my project for today. So reminder, 12 Days of Christmas starts tomorrow. So every day for the next 12 days. So I'll probably come on Saturday too. I'm going to be doing ideas like this, maybe a card and a matching bag, or Christmas cards, maybe some tags. And then a reminder of the Life is Beautiful card class. I haven't even posted it yet on my demonstrator website, but I will as soon as I get off this call, as soon as I'm done my Facebook Live. So Life is Beautiful class, December 19th, $40 includes the stamp set, because everybody needs this stamp set in their stash. And if you already have the stamp set, you can pick something else. And then we're going to be making 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. So these designs, we were not going to do a fall one. We'll probably do another just generic one or spring one, or maybe we'll do a Valentine's one. Who knows? Okay, so December 19th, so the deadline for registration will be on the post because I haven't really even decided yet. But you can register on my website as soon as I post it. Okay, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed our little projects, and I hope you join me again tomorrow for day 1 of Christmas fun. Thanks everyone, stay dry and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.